business in their own towns, they no longer had to spend weeks and months traveling from one county seat to another in quest of clients. By the end of the decade, only Lincoln continued attending courts throughout the circuit. Simultaneously, night sessions became more common, reducing the opportunities for convivial gatherings after dark. Rather than petty cases tried under the common law, more and more commercial causes filled the dockets, especially those involving railroads. Attorneys increasingly found themselves working for out-of-state corporations. The law became less a means of resolving local disputes and promoting community harmony than an impersonal mechanism for dealing with the booming industrial and commercial revolutions. Lincoln found the new climate more profitable, but less congenial than the old one. Law practice. Lincoln must surely have experienced a letdown when he exchanged the glamorous world of Washington for his unprepossessing law practice in provincial Springfield. Henry C. Whitney thought that no lawyer's office could have been more unkempt, untidy, and uninviting. It contained only a plain small desk and table, a couch, a rusty antique stove, a bookcase, and a few wooden chairs. The floors were so seldom cleaned that plants took root in the accumulated dirt. As a congressman, Lincoln had distributed seeds to his farmer constituents. The contents of some of the packets he brought home from Washington leaked out and sprouted in the office. Little light penetrated the filthy windows, and the upper and center panels of the office door leading to the hallway were missing. In the crude bookcase were copies of Blackstone, Kent's Commentaries, Chitty's Pleadings, and a small number of other volumes. There were few books because Lincoln and Herndon regularly used the well-stocked law library at the nearby Capitol. Outside hung a cheap, weather-beaten sign by the staircase leading to the office. In these crude surroundings, Lincoln spent many monotonous hours dealing with what he called the drudgery of the law. As an Ohio attorney noted in 1849, the business of a lawyer's office generally has as little interest as a merchant's counting room. Declarations, pleas or demurs, bills or answers in chancery, petitions in dowry or partition, conveyances, depositions, the collection of notes, engross the time of an attorney. Much of Lincoln's fabled yarn spinning was done outside his office. As Gibson W. Harris, who studied there from 1845 to 1847, put it, an attorney's den is about the last place for genial humor, for, except to a peculiarly constituted mind, the law is a dry and uninteresting study. Some of the office drudgery fell to Harris, but most of it was performed by Herndon, who in 1857 described Lincoln as a hoss, and added that, "I am the runt of the firm, and no hoss." As the runt, he said he toted books and hunted up authorities for Lincoln, who detested the mechanical work of the office. Herndon claimed that he made out his best briefs in the largest law cases, and Lincoln would argue the case from those briefs and get the credit for them, while the junior partner was the power behind them. Herndon drafted pleadings and other papers for cases in the district courts, while Lincoln wrote them for Supreme Court cases. In addition to composing wills, mortgages, contracts, deeds, and other documents requiring no litigation, Herndon managed the office. Lincoln did most of the interviewing and litigation, as well as zealously drumming up business for the firm. The Lincoln-Herndon partnership, formed in 1844, and lasting until Lincoln departed Springfield as president-elect in 1861, was harmonious. The two men, according to Herndon, never had a cross word, a quarrel, nor any misunderstandings, however small. He asserted that when Lincoln did attach himself to man or woman, he was warmly wrapped in the man or woman. Nothing but demonstrations of dishonesty or vice could shake him. When other lawyers tried to supplant Herndon, Lincoln rebuffed their overtures. Herndon's fondness for liquor often landed him in trouble and embarrassed his partner, but Lincoln characteristically overlooked this foible.